Hi everyone, Rob here with today's Western Pacific weather update. Actually, today is the 13th of March 2013, 2 years ago when the earthquake and tsunami struck here into northern Japan, and really just a day to remember back and think about what has happened over the past 2 years. See my thoughts and some of my views on what has happened here. You can actually click the annotation on the screen. It'll take you to the video update I put out here on Sunday, just talking about that event and still recovery efforts going on. And also the other thing that you can click on that I put out on Sunday is this other video update on the screen here about the yellow sand that pushed in out of the Gobi Desert clear out here towards the west. There in western China, got carried off towards the east. You can even see this very light grayish color here coming across the sea of Japan. That is the yellow sand, or this dust in the atmosphere, and it showed up here in Tokyo. Looked like this, just absolutely orange and yellowish haze in the sky. This photo coming from my friends there at NHK, one of the anchors actually took the photo of Skytree, and you can barely see the top of it. So a lot going on with this. Now the good news is things are clearing up, because what's pushing it off here towards the east now is those northwesterly winds. That is going to continue to pour in. All that sand's going to move off along with this frontal area that you see moving off towards the east. So a lot cooler temperatures though starting to work their way in behind us. And when you take a look actually at the current sea level pressure charts with the thickness chart actually, here from the GFS model, you can actually see the 540 line starting to push farther and farther south there. And the 540 line generally used to see if there's going to be snow or not. Not any snow expected here in Tokyo, but as it pushes further south, all that cold air is going to come with it. Still some snowfall actually farther off towards the north, but look at all that cold air even spilling into much of Korea. You're going to see that yellow sand clearing up. Not so much the case, unfortunately for you here in northeastern China. Still that pollution in effect there, and definitely still that very high risk for anybody with respiratory issues. But that's all going to clear up, and as we look into actually on Monday and Tuesday, much fair weather, high pressure is going to start to work its way back in. So that's really going to be the vast improvement here. And as far as the tropics, if we look farther towards the south, we could see there's not too much going on. You just see kind of those westerly winds, or excuse me, the easterly winds down here. And if we pull up the winds, you can really see that. It's the northeast monsoon continuing to push from the east towards the west. So in that case, we are seeing some light showers build up across eastern portions of Luzon, Visayas, Vietnam, even extending down there towards Thailand. You are seeing some showers, but really these areas in the blue are where you're going to be seeing the heaviest. And some moderate showers. Very well could be a few thunderstorms popping up, but nothing all too serious, and definitely nothing organized at this time. And as long as we go into the next several days, this is actually looking out into Wednesday, we're still seeing the northeast monsoon dominate, and that is really going to be the big topic. And at this time, no tropical areas into the near future here for the Northwest Pacific. But farther towards the north, and by Wednesday into Thursday, we do have an area of thunderstorms and some snowfall that is going to be building up here. Classical spring storm coming in out of eastern China. First moving across Korea, actually some snow in North Korea, definitely unwelcome there. South Korea is going to get on the rain, and then eventually that's going to push off towards Japan. And as we see here, it's going to push overhead, and basically throughout the day on Wednesday, widespread rain showers across much of Japan. Some snow into portions of Hokkaido here. If we pull up the Cape at the same time, which shows the instability in the atmosphere, see some of these lines down here towards south. So for those of you in Okinawa, Wednesday, some thunderstorms. Got to watch out for that. Possibly some lightning strikes are going to be coming out of that as it does eventually push off there towards the east. Actually, this is just showing from JMA the forecast here over the next several days. So farther towards the north in Hokkaido, actually Sapporo, will have these snowfalls. So we scroll down and go farther south. We see rain just basically dominating the forecast here on Wednesday. Eventually all the way down towards Naha, some wet weather. And also take a look at this. Temperatures much more back to seasonable levels as we scroll over Tokyo, actually getting back up to 20 for the high on Wednesday. So that's the good news. That's ahead of that frontal area. Behind it, things are going to cool back off back to 10. So warming up as the front comes, cooling back off there. Really, that is expected to be seen this time of year. Actually, it's just a classical sign of a spring storm. If we remember that we have counterclockwise winds around these systems. So let's say we have a low pressure here. It is going to have these winds surge in from the south out ahead of it and pour in from the northwest behind it. So what that means, warmer air cold air. I know my arrows are horrible. I'm trying to do this with a mouse today, but you get the general idea ahead of these systems to warm up, then a dramatic cool down. We just saw this weekend across much of northeastern China, Korea, Japan. By midweek, very similar outcomes going to take place here. But also there is the risk by midweek of yet some more yellow sand for you there in northeastern China, Korea, and eventually off towards northern Japan. Not nearly as bad as Sunday's storm, which once again, video on the screen, but still is going to cause some problems out here, especially there in northeastern China. But that is all for right now, everybody. Once again, tropics still active in the southern hemisphere. Please check out our partners' channels at Oz Cyclone Chasers. You can also go to the website at westernpacificweather.com. We have his video updates there, and plus much, much more. So please do go check that out also. And stay safe out there, everyone. Thanks for watching.